In today's video, I'm going to be discussing bigger Social Security checks with a new announcement that was just released. I have all the details for you right here in the video. Let's get into it and talk about what's going on. All right, now first off, just to clarify, because I do get this question down below in the comment section every so often, which is, who's going to be included for this? I can tell you this much: any beneficiaries who receive benefits administered by Social Security, including but not limited to Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, and even VA beneficiaries. I want to break that down for you and let you know what it's looking like as of right now, because it is looking a lot better and checks are going to be getting bigger based on this new announcement and what they're projecting as of right now. Well, I want to break it all down for you and let you know where we currently stand as of right now, as well as what has been going on so far this year, as things are trending significantly higher for Social Security beneficiaries, about 70 million people. Anyway, let's get into it and talk about all the numbers and the details that you want to know. However, really fast before we do, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, first off, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Will you please make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button right down below the video? It is totally free to do so. Always has been, always will be. I'm here to help you out in any way that I can be. I'm watching the headlines, doing the research, advocating on your behalf, answering questions, anything like that, pointing out anything that you can possibly take advantage of, like money, benefits, programs, checks, stimulus, raises to benefits, anything like that. Again, I'm bringing it to your attention right here in this video. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so, and let's talk through all these numbers. All right, so we got the latest inflation report. So maybe you saw my live stream from yesterday morning, okay? We got it hot off the wire, and I want to break down the latest projections that are coming in right now, okay? So full disclaimer, I want to say this very clearly right here, right now, which is, this is not the official announcement, okay? I think you know that, but again, inevitably, there's always a comment or two down below saying, is this the official one? No, this is not the official one. However, I want to bring this to your attention. Reason being is because the way that inflation works, okay, it's not like it just one day pops up 6 or 7%, okay? If that happened one day, we'd be in a very bad position. Let's just hope that that doesn't happen someday. If that happens someday, just kiss our money goodbye, okay? That's basically what it comes down to. It'll be hyperinflation, our money will be worthless, and we'll be going to the store with wheelbarrows full of cash, trying to buy a little loaf of bread, and we'll be wrestling people on the floor to get it. I'm just saying, it's going to be really bad if that happens. It's not happening. I'm simply saying, let's just pray that it doesn't happen someday, okay? Anyway, my point is, inflation trends, okay? Just like everything else, there's a trend behind it, right? We need to look at the trend. Well, we got the inflation data yesterday morning for the month of April, okay? That's how it always is. We get in the middle of the month, we get the inflation report for the previous month, and it just so happens to be April's inflation reading, okay? Well, it actually came in a teeny tiny bit lower than what it did the previous month. When I say tiny bit, I mean literally the lowest reading you could possibly get, which is lower, which is 0.1%. That's it, okay? 0.1. That's what it came in as. 1/10 lower than the previous reading of the month before. My point is negligible. That's nothing. It's basically zero. Let's just call it zero, because that's literally what it is basically zero, okay? Anyway, here's what it comes down to. The projections for the raise for Social Security benefits actually did move up a bit, okay? Why? Well, we're actually projecting that Social Security beneficiaries are actually going to get a higher raise. Even though inflation did pause a little bit this time, we did see prices increase on some of the different things out there, and the CPIW, which, by the way, this is the most important metric, because this is the one that's used to determine how much that raise is going to be for Social Security beneficiaries. So the CPIW is actually pointing toward a higher raise than what we were projecting. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for at least, I don't know, the last 4 or 5 months or so, you may have heard me talk about this. Well, let's just say the last month, I would say. I had a video out because every month we get this number, and I like to bring it to your attention. But back in January, the projections were coming in that we were going to get a whopping 1.75% raise to our monthly benefit. Well then, when February rolled around, the projection went from 1.75 up to 2.4 to 2.6%. It kind of got a range. I saw a few different figures out there, but it was right around that 2.4 to 2.6% range, okay? That was as of February. Now then, as of March, we got another increase to the projection. It came in at 3%. Not bad, right? So we went from 1.75 to 2.4 to 2.6 up to 3%. Now guess what? Even though inflation did kind of slow down, it tamed it down a little bit last month based on this most recent reading from yesterday. Now, the projection for the raise to benefits is coming in at 3.2%, okay? And again, I know some of you are probably sighing right now thinking, oh, another 3.2%? Really? What a joke. I'm totally right there with you. I agree with you, okay? I'm not like doubting you. I'm not saying don't feel that way. Absolutely. We have every right to feel that way because guess what? As of right now, actually last month, okay, so as of March of this year, inflation had already outstripped the COLA that we got for this year, okay? As of March, inflation was already at 3.5%. So we were already behind by 0.3% in March already. Yeah, get that, right? Well, we're still behind. So I totally get it. If you're feeling discouraged about this number, I totally understand. However, I want to come back and give you a little bit of encouragement, which is, guess what? We still have a couple more months to go before we get the official, third quarter of the year. As to when we start getting this important inflation data that we start gathering to determine how much the raise is going to be. Guess what that's going to be? We have May inflation. Obviously, right now, we're in May as I film this video right now. And then we also have June inflation as well. And then we pop into July and it's game on, okay? When that happens, as soon as July 1st rolls around, then any inflation that happens during July, August, and September is going to be taken into consideration for your raise to your monthly benefit, okay? Does that make sense? But anyway, so long story short here is that the trend is still moving up. Even though it did tame down a little teeny tiny bit for April, it went from, again, 1.75 to 2.4 to 2.6, up to 3%, and now it's at 3.2%. So yes, it's still moving up. It did move up less, I was going to say less as much. That doesn't make any sense. Sorry, I'm not an English major. It did move up not as much as what it did the last couple months here, but at least it did still move up a little bit, okay? And remember, we got 3.2% this year, but any raise that you get to your benefit is going to be calculated off of your new benefit. The new potential 3.2%, if it were to be that right now, would be calculated off of your new benefit as of now, okay? But I just want to emphasize, we're still at, the projection is 3.2 as of right now, but we still have months to go here before we get into even the most important months, July, August, and September. And then once we get that inflation data, then we'll get the official announcement in October, okay? So we still have a lot of months to go here. I'm still holding steady on this, and my projection is, if I have to give you a very broad window on this, I would say anywhere between 3 and 5% is my projection. Now, that's a very, very wide window as far as where the COLA will come in at. If I had to really narrow that down, I would not be shocked at all to see a high 3% and possibly even high 4% range. So anywhere, again, I'm just kind of going out on a limb here, okay? Just give me the benefit of the doubt. We have no idea what's going to happen here. But if I had to really, really narrow this thing down and give you basically a 1% window of where I think the COLA is going to land, my honest opinion, I think if I had to narrow it down to 1%, I would say between 3.9 and 4.9%. That's going to be my projection as of right now on what I think the COLA will be, because I do not think this inflation is going anywhere. If anything, I think they're cooking the books and they're not telling us the real numbers. Because here's the thing. Okay, fine. We got a bunch of people coming out saying, oh my, look at this. Inflation went down. We're doing so great. This is awesome, right? Okay, fine. Let me ask you a really quick question. Have your monthly expenditures gone down on food and utilities and shelter and gas and healthcare costs and healthcare premiums and insurance and all the stuff like that? Let me know down below. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm living in a little bubble right now and I don't know what's going on in the real world, but I don't know about that. Okay? I see the bills every month. I'm not happy to pay the credit card bill every month. I'm just telling you, okay? I just paid it today. Not a fan, okay? Thousands of dollars. I don't know where it's all going. I don't know what it's being spent on. I'm just simply saying it's all the basic stuff. It's not like we're buying a bunch of fun stuff. I guarantee you that. I literally sit in this room like 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. I guarantee it's nothing fun, okay? Whatever we're buying, it's the basic stuff. It's the utilities. It's the food. It's all the bills, stuff like that, okay? My point is, I'm not seeing that bill going down. So anybody that's out there saying, oh, inflation's way lower, okay, well, maybe I need to move then, because if that's the case, maybe I need to move to one of these states that apparently has lower inflation. But I don't think that's the case, even though people keep telling us that that is, okay? Anyway, long story short, just want to bring you the details on this inflation report and how this actually is pointing toward bigger checks, even though, yes, it has slowed down a little bit. Don't get too discouraged by this, okay? I still do think that as we continue to move forward this month, May, June, July, August, September, as we move our way through the summer here, I do think inflation is going to stay hot, just like the temperature outside. You like that? I know, right? I know, I'm a total nerd. Sorry, that is not funny right there at all. I just had to throw it out there, right? It might be hot some places, and inflation is going to be just as hot. So anyway, enjoy your day. Take care. Again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends on my social media. There's a share button down below as well. Otherwise, check out some of the thousands of videos here on the channel, including in the video library, down below in the description, at the top of the comment section, or right now on your screen popping up. Check out some of those videos. So until next time, enjoy, have a good one, and I'll see you